It is shortly going to be the weekend. It is going to be your opening round and final round time for this year's Imola Gp event, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and it's a first F1 Clash event for the 2025 season. And of course, we need to get you very, very well equipped ready for the weekend so that you can get through with ease and you get to Sunday and get some beautiful, beautiful prizes. That is the hope. That is the dream. Welcome along to this strategy guide. If you've never seen these strategy guides before, we have got some brand new track maps for the 2025 season. They're going to give you every single strategy that you can follow in each of the GP difficulties. We've got where to use that DRS if you've got it available to you, and even down to where to push, where to conserve, where to even equip your boost. What boost to equip, that is. So we've got so much content to give you, and make sure you listen, make sure you watch the whole video, because those that watch the whole video are going to get the best out of this track guide, 100%. It has been tried and tested last season with some great reviews, how we've helped people improve their performance, and this is another season that we can continue to do that. So all I ask for you, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe in return for some amazing content that you're about to see. So what do we got this week? We said it, the Gran Premio dell'Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. It is the Imola Grand Prix in real life, and so it is the F1 Clash event. Now, Jack Doohan doesn't make an appearance at the weekend, but he does currently in our game, and we await to see if Colapinto will get changed in. Now, Doohan receives a 10% stat boost. You should know that. You've done qualifying, as well as your Exhale and Mach 1. So always consider them drivers and parts for your weekend setups per track. Now, what do we got coming up, first of all, in the opening and final round? These are our track selections. There is 2 tracks to note in wet conditions. That is Spa in the wet and Monza in the wet. Everything else is dry. We've got 2 doses of Imola to come, first race and last race. And we've also got a trip to Austria, Baku, Shanghai, and Japan. So, without further ado, shall we get into your strategy guide? And what I recommend to you is to, when you do your strategy video, or when you watch the strategy video and you come back at the racing at the weekend, make sure to watch this video in segments. Go back, watch China, watch Monza before you race. I take all the guesswork out of your GP event and let you focus on simply the track racing. So, strategy time, here we go. So here is our new track maps. A massive thank you to James, who's been doing some amazing graphics, and Davor, who have been doing the strategies. I've been inputting them into it, doing the easy job, and obviously looking pretty, of course. We can't do it all, right? But no, incredible effort from the team. Thank you very much to James and Davor as well. So Imola, your first circuit and your last circuit of each round, you are going to be dry conditions. You have to be selecting your best race start drivers. To do that, go and select your drivers, go and select and see which one has an increase in race start. If it's got an increase, select them. You've got to be using your best equipped drivers to get the most out of the track stats. And of course, power unit. Your setup needs to be featuring predominantly power unit. Don't worry too much about speed or cornering. It's all about the power unit. Now over here on my right, if you look at the way I'm looking, left if you look at the screen, you have got your strategies for the GP. So 9 laps of Imola to come. You have got the 2-stop for Junior and Challenger. And just so you know, red equals softs for S. M equals mediums for 3 mediums in yellow, or depending on how many you're doing. And the white is the hards and how many laps you're doing. That's how our strategy guides work. But they are your strategies, and I've also included roughly the tyre management to go with each strategy, so that you know you've got confidence in what ability or what strategy you can pick. Now, the one thing we do this year is we've changed the tyre management stats a little bit. We've introduced them first of all, but we've gave you a little bit of a higher tyre management to make sure that you can absolutely push as well, and you're not just conserving for 3 laps. That is unfair. So we've built these the best we can. Now up here you're going to see a selection of boosts. These are boosts that feature both the track stat on the left hand side of your screen, your race start and your power unit, and these are the boosts that feature the both of them stats as well as their other stat as well. Now of course with this you want to have a look at which is going to give you the most points, and you can see that Surf, Rooster and Gladiator are really good round Imola. Now the next track up we have got is Spa. Yes, we are heading to Spa in the wet conditions. But first, I've missed a bit. What am I doing? Slow down, Azza. There is your track map. That is where you need to push for red, medium for yellow neutral, and blue for conserve. That is how you can move up and move down your power unit and recover. If you're in junior, you won't have DRS, so this more applies to you. If you are in the higher series, you can still follow this track map for the way you manage your power unit. Just remember, if you're using DRS is best down the straight at Imola, but you want to go to attack mode, not conserve. So remember, that is your track map. When you're using DRS, you want to be full beans, you want to be attacking. That is absolutely critical. And now we can get into Spa and Belgium. Your track stats for this one, pick your strongest tyre management drivers and make sure you're keeping with that power unit setup here in Belgium. You have got your strategies down below. It is a 6-lap race and we've got a 2-stop early on in the Junior and Challenger series, moving into a 1-stop. Pretty plain and simple for your rest of the GP difficulties. Even Champion, you can probably look at doing a 4-2 with a lot higher tyre management. The boosts are simple. Tyre management and power unit. You've got Butterfly, Surf, Dead Fast, and you've also got Frost, really good round here, with some notes to Iron Force, Pretzel, Dragon, and Instinct. You can use other boosts. These are the ones that are going to get you the fastest car, though. And then on the left-hand side, you have got your track map in the middle. And you have got, where to push. Basically, conserve through that first half of the lap. Attack through the middle. Conserve at the end. But what you want to do is, obviously, with DRS, get to the top of Eau Rouge. Smash that DRS. And you will overtake so many cars. We also give you a DRS zone at the final part of the circuit. That last sector. We don't recommend it as strongly there. But it is so good down that straight at Spa. Top of Eau Rouge, down the straight. It is incredible. So make sure you're using DRS if you can in Challenger, Contender and Champion, because you are going to get a big benefit from it. And Junior, you'll have DRS to come in the future, don't worry, in Series 4, in Challenger above as well. So our next track map is a trip to Austria in the dry. So we're going to have a complete driver and setup change for this one. You require your defending drivers, so pick your highest stat defending drivers of your levels. Now, I don't give you a set driver to go to because it depends on your levels. But remember, Jack Doohan has a boost as well. You want your full speed setup, so prioritise your speed when it comes to your track stats on your setup. Now, it is a 10-lap circuit, so don't be shocked. Don't get caught out. And it is predominantly featuring the 2-stop in Junior, in Challenger and Contender, with eventually in Champion pushing for a potential 1-stop as well. So really your 2-stop is the strongest way to go, and it's usually done by running a 4-lap stint, a 3-lap stint and a 3-lap stint. That is a most common strategy around here. The boosts, Rainbow and Tulip and Voice, are very good round here. We've also got the Warrior boost that can work too. And then in the middle, you've got your track map. So again, you really want to be, if you're not using DRS, conserving down the 3 big straights and then attacking through the corners. DRS, you want to be using down the home straight. And at the end of turn 3, down to turn 4, you can see our second DRS stamp. And that is the way you want to be using DRS down there as well. So some really good opportunities to use DRS. Again, eventually, if you are in Challenger, Contender and Champion, not for junior runners. The next one is going to be Baku. We have got 7 laps to come at Baku. It is a overtaking drivers are going to be the fastest around here. And again, we're sticking with the speed setup. So make sure to change your drivers from Racing Austria. It is a predominantly 2-stop for Junior and Challenger. You can see the 3 medium, the 2 soft, 2 softs, for example. But then into Contender and Champion, we then move into a 1-stop strategy. So you can go ahead and run a 1-stop if you wish, or even go for a 2-stop, but 1-stop's going to be pretty beneficial. Up above then we've got the boosts, the ones we've highlighted, Firework, Eternal Flame and Street Shark. You've got a lot of boosts around here though. Unstoppable, Hex, Warrior, Taurus, Eclipse Skull, all featuring overtaking and speed. Now in the middle, there's no surprise to see that DRS usage being down the back straight, and you can also use it from turn 2 to turn 3. Some really good opportunities for overtakes at Baku. It is incredible for DRS usage if you are allowed to use it. If not, you want to be conserving down that back straight and attacking through the tight, twisty middle section of Baku. It is great for DRS if you can use it. Now, we've had this one in qualifying. You should know how it works by now. We are a trip to Monza for race 5, and that is featuring defending drivers and a speed setup. That is what is required around the 9 laps of Monza to come. Now for Junior, Challenger and Contender, we are predominantly featuring a 2-stop strategy where you're doing either a 3-3-3 on the wets or you're doing a 4-3-2. But into Champion, that is where your strategies are going to change, with roughly a 1-stop being beneficial, and your tyre managements are listed below. The boosts, Rainbow, Tulip, Voice and Warrior, and in the middle track map you have got 3 places to hit that DRS button if you have it. If you're not using it, conserve down them straights and attack through the corners. But remember, DRS, use the attack to get the fastest speed out of your car. Our next circuit, which is race 6, is Shanghai, and it is overtaking drivers being required. They are your fastest drivers around here, and a full power unit setup being required. We have got 7 laps of Shanghai to come, and we have got a 2-stop strategy for Junior and Challenger, and a 1-stop strategy for Contender and Champion. So make sure you go ahead and use them ones. Just a quick note, in Contender, for example, 3 soft, 4 hard. You can do the opposite way of 4 hard, 3 soft to make sure that you do not double stack. But what you want to do is try and get a really good start off the line and make up some early positions. Above my head, Unstoppable and Rooster are 2 incredible boosts around this circuit. You've also got Taurus, Glitz, Dragon and Skull. Middle, your track map. My favourite place down here, if you've got DRS enabled, is to use it down that long back straight. You can often take 3 or 4 cars at one time in China. If not, you can use it down the home straight as well. Attack through the corners, conserve down the straight if you're not using DRS. But DRS is a game changer, of course, this year. But attacking through the corners does really work, and you can often get a good start at China. So don't give up, attack from the start. And finally, you have got the final circuit. We had it in qualifying. It is Japan, Suzuka, and you need defending drivers and a cornering setup. 7 laps to come of Japan, and it's all about the 2-stop in Junior and Challenger. In Contender and Champion, we do move to the 1-stop conditions, which are the fastest way around the circuit, and you've got your boosts for defending and cornering above Hook, Movember, Prince and Tsar. Very, very good around Japan. You can still get a very good race start around here too. Now the track map in the middle, 2 places to conserve. They are the same places you would attack with DRS2. You can see the DRS icon there. And then attack through the twisty sections. Really good chance to overtake on Suzuka. It is going to be a track where hopefully we're going to get you some big scoring points. So that is the Grand Premio del Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix from F1 Clash. This weekend we have your strategies covered for opening round and final round. I really hope that if this is the first time you're seeing it, or you've seen it many months ago, our brand new strategy maps, brand new for this season, are looking absolutely incredible. And I want to hear your feedback. What do you think of our strategy maps? And I honestly hope that you are loving these strategy guides. We are going to have one every single week for every single Grand Prix event. So never go into a Grand Prix guessing. I have got you covered with the best and the #1 strategy guide that is out there for your GP events.